Hi everyone in the Mindfulness and Law class. I hope you're having a nice week. I wanted to take a few moments and give you a video look into what it is that this week's daily practice looks like, so that if you have any questions, they might be helpful to you in answering them until we meet again when we can talk about the practice more fully. To do the exercise, it's important that you have the book, that you have your daily sitting practice card, that you have a pen or pencil so that you can write, and that you have the means by which you're going to be listening to the recorded 5-minute practice. That could be on your cell phone because you downloaded it from the class website. That could be from the class website itself where you listen to it live streaming from the web page itself, or on Insight Timer. If you look, you can find the guided practice, the same 5-minute guided practice there. So you've got 3 ways of doing that. And we begin by reading from the book, the designated page, and then starting the guided practice. Today I'm going to do it by starting the practice on the computer, because that's one way at least that everybody has, whether you have a phone or not, or whether you've found it on Insight Timer or not. Ultimately, I think you'll find it easier to be able to take your book and take the guided practice that you have on a mobile device, so that wherever you are, you can easily do the exercise. And now I'm going to demonstrate it for you. So I'm going to begin by opening in the Mindfulness for Beginners book by Jon Kabat-Zinn to page 80, because that's the page that is for Friday's reading. And I'm going to let you see what it looks like me doing this practice. I'm going to not have us do the entire 5-minute practice. After a few moments of the actual guided practice starting, I'll take you to the end so you can see what it looks like at the end. So here's what the practice is like. First, I'm closing my door, which I've done. I've turned off my cell phone. I've created an environment where I'm not likely to be interrupted during the course of this 5 to 7 minute practice. That being done, I'm all set with everything that I need, so I don't have to get up and maybe delay because I don't have my pen, and so I don't write it down now when I'm done, but I do it sometime later, and maybe I might forget. So it's nice to have it all together, to take care of it at the same time. And so I begin. Today is the doing that comes out of being. And I'm going to now read it to myself. And I'm going to reflect on it. I'm not going to rush through it. This is actually part of the practice, part of the mindfulness exercise. We'll begin this 5-minute sitting by bringing ourselves into a seated posture that is upright and stable, bringing awareness to our posture as we breathe, lowering or closing our eyes if we haven't already, so that we can bring an inward gaze into the moments that follow. Now I'm writing down my observations of that experience, what I noticed arising during the course of that 5-minute exercise. And that's the exercise. And then when I see you next week and we all gather again, please bring the card with you. And know that on Saturday, I'll be putting up information for the readings, the specific subset of readings and assignment for when we meet on February 10th, so that you have that for the week to come. Also, for those of you who have followed up and sent an email letting me know that you are not able to attend one of the 2 mindful spaces that took place this week, thank you very much for doing so. I'm working with Deb on coming up with an alternate that can be available to students for whom the scheduled mindful spaces may not work. But for this week, what you're able to do is this. As your mindful space, at some point in time this week, take a walk around the lake. You can either walk around Lake Osceola by walking around the entire perimeter of the or circumference of the lake, or you can walk out to the Fate Bridge and walk across the Fate Bridge and walk back. when you're walking across the Fate Bridge, whether you've gone around the entire lake and you're doing it on the way back or the way over, or if you're just walking across the Fate Bridge and then coming back, have yourself in a mindful state as you do. That is to say, you're not on your cell phone, you're not talking to anyone, you're walking very aware of your feet making contact with the ground. You're walking very aware of the sights and the sounds and the temperature and the feel of the air. You're cultivating a mindful awareness of the experience, and you'll be doing that while you're walking across the bridge and back or around the lake. That will be the mindful space that you can do for this week. And if for some reason you're not on campus Thursday or Friday or over the weekend, you could do it at the very beginning of the week and have that count for this week. So I want it to be something that's accessible to you. I don't want a mindfulness space to be challenging or add stress, but rather create the opportunity for you to practice mindfulness while you're here on campus. Thanks very much. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. I look forward to seeing you in a week.